Hello, my name's Kim Saha. I'm a physiotherapist and I work with British Athletics. I'm doing some work with Best Beginnings charity for their marathon runners for the forthcoming London Marathon. And I'd like to talk to you today a little bit about injury prevention for marathon runners. So first of all, we're going to think about a good warm-up for all of your runs. Nice and simple, nothing too much. You might want to do just a little bit of walking and slight jogging before you stop somewhere at a field, maybe somewhere with a wall or a railing, so you can do some of these warm-up exercises. So first of all, we're going to be doing some just raises onto the toes. So pulling up strongly onto the toes. And you want to do about 20 to 30 of these, but really strong, warming up the Achilles, because we all know that Achilles can become a problem with marathon running. So pulling up onto the toes, activating the calves. Why not think about drawing in through your tummy a little bit and opening out the chest? Good, so good posture while we're doing these. Good, good. So hopefully just a few exercises that you're going to be able to remember before you do your runs. All right, so the next one is going to be some stepping lunges, and we're just going to be throwing the arms up a little bit for these stepping lunges. Push off that leg, push off that front leg, driving up off it, swinging the arms up, just getting those shoulders warmed up at the same time. So if you stepping lunges, if you're a bit embarrassed to do these in the park, then just have your hands on your hips. It's just fine. Good, just pulling up through that back leg to come up to standing. Drive off the front one, pull up off the back one. Good work. Good. And then just opening out the hips, toes out, knees out. You'll notice this is an active warm-up. So everything we do to warm things up is active. You're going to be using your glutes a little bit here. So a few squats, opening out the hips. Brilliant. Good. So just a few more. 2, 3, good stuff. All right, so final things, just some leg swings. Start off gently. As a physio, don't want to be pulling through the hamstrings too much and just getting a bit further. Feel free to rotate that hip out a little bit as you come back. Forwards, rotate out and back. Good. Draw in your tummy. Keep everything strong. Just warms up the hip flexor, stretching through the hamstring, stretching through the hip flexor, and just activating things a little bit. Other side, all right? So starting off nice and slow to start with. Good. And then getting a bit higher, just as that leg feels a little bit more capable of doing it. Good stuff. All right, so everything should just feel a little bit better going into your runs if you've done a little bit of those warm-ups. So the next thing to think about is activation. Now, if you want to and you've got time, you can do these things before you start your runs, but this could be done at a different time of day. So there's different parts of the body that we want to activate. So activating through the calves again. This was part of your warm-up, but we can do these a little bit more mindfully. I'm going to lift up one heel, keep the hips level, and then just swap. So we're warming up through the foot, using the deep muscles through the foot. Start hip width apart. Drive the heel down to the floor, picking up the heel on the other foot. Picking up the arch, working through the small muscles in your foot. Keeping these hips level. Good. Tighten through your thigh each time. Tighten through your abs a little bit. Keep your chest open. Chin tucked. That posture while you're running is also very important. Okay, so once we've done that, we're going to do a few what we call Pilates footwork. It's wobbling a little bit there. Come up onto your toes, bend your knees, heels down, back up. Toes, knees, heels, back up. It's a bit windy here, by the way. Not sure I can blame the wind, but blowing me over. Toes, knees, heels, back up. Toes, knees, heels, back up. So warming up the foot muscles, working the foot muscles, activating the foot muscles around your foot and ankle. Typical areas to get injured. Good. Think about the knees pointing forward. This can re-educate that alignment through your legs as well. Fantastic. So, big muscle I'm sure you've all heard about strengthening is your glutes. This can prevent hamstring injuries, can prevent knee injuries, even down to the foot and ankle sometimes. So I want you to stand with your feet hip width apart. I want you to bend the closest knee to the wall and push it out. If you look at me from the front, I will be like so. So push that knee out into the wall. We're activating the glute on the standing leg mostly, so you should feel this starting to work. I want you to feel like those hips are level and shoulders are level, and you can have this arm against the wall a little. Good, so we're going to stay there for 30 seconds to activate this glute. You could be timing this a little bit better yourself, I'm sure. I reckon we've got about 10 more seconds to go. Okay, then we're going to go on to the other side. Feet hip width apart, closest foot close to the wall. Push your knee out. Bend this knee a little bit. I didn't say that on the other side. Keep the weight through the heel. Keep everything pointing forwards. Arm against there. Abs activated. And push that knee out into the wall there. Good. Hips level. Working the foot but not gripping too much. Good work. About 10 seconds to go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. The last one we're going to think about is just activating through your abs a little bit. You're not going to be able to think about this as you're running, but it's good to just have a think during some routine exercises, thinking about working these abdominals to make sure that they switch on a little bit as you're running. Your abdominals here can help prevent you arching the back and obviously getting lower back problems and hip problems and of course knee problems as well. So if we can activate and tuck under a little bit, so that's the first thing I want you to do. Feet hip width apart. Soften the knees, tuck the bottom under, and feel like you're tucking under by scooping up using these abdominals. So in this position, feet hip width apart, bottom tucked under, I just want you to transfer your weight onto one leg and bring the other leg up into a running position. Now this dorsiflexion of this foot is very important, pulling the toes up. It's very important for the running action. Take the leg, weight onto the other leg and pull up the other leg. Good. Think about using your abs for the motion, not just to be tucking under, but also to be lifting up that knee. Good. And down. Take the weight onto that leg, squeeze your bum, picking the knee up and the foot up. Good work. Down. Take the weight over, pick that up. Brilliant. Down. Take the weight over, and pick it up. Good stuff. Take the weight onto it, tighten your thigh, tighten your bum, use your abs to pick up. Brilliant. Good work. So these are ones to do maybe daily. It's only 3 exercises, so you can do this daily. You can also do it to activate before your run. Good work. We're going to just do one more each leg. Good stuff. And the last one. I can feel my abs working. I hope you can feel yours. It's not a burn like some sit-ups, but you just want to feel them activated. That's all this section is all about. All right, so just to move on to after your run, it's okay to do a few more static stretches after your run. But if you have got some tight areas, then you might need to hold them a little bit longer. We talk about holding stretches for 30 seconds if you're trying to lengthen something. So quads are going to take a battering, hammies are going to take a battering, and the calves. Okay, so we're going to concentrate on those 3 muscle groups. The ones you're going to want to stretch at first is the quads. So you're going to bend that knee, bottom under, sink into the standing leg, tuck the bottom under, scoop the tummy in, open out through the chest. Appreciate that sun on your face, whether it's there or not. I'm lucky enough to be out in Madrid at the moment with combined events, teams. So just a tiny bit of sun, not that warm. It's an indoor meeting. Okay, so that's wasted a bit of time for that 30-second hold. And then on the other side, scoop that foot up, push the knee down to the floor, tuck your bottom under, scoop in your tummy, open your chest, squeeze your bum a little bit, try and keep your knees quite close together. So much to these stretches. I usually say 2 times 30 seconds each leg. So we'll just swap over again. 30 seconds on the other leg, just sink into that knee, bottom under, tummy working. And this should make you feel pretty good after your run. And hopefully prevent some injuries. So tight muscles, fatigued muscles, muscles that just get tighter and tighter throughout that running build-up can be one of the causes for injuries. So scoop in your tummy, open the chest, bottom under, tummy in, holding on to something. These can be done lying down, by the way. So my little tip about stretching is don't go through that front door. As soon as you've gone through that front door, you're going to make yourself a cup of tea, maybe. You're going to say hello to your family. You're going to sit down. You're going to put the telly on, and it might not get done. So stretch before you get into the house. Maybe standing up like this. If you're in the park, you can lie down and do it. So a hamstring stretch for standing. Stick the heel out in front of you. Stick your bottom out behind. Open your chest. Keep your back flat. Don't curl the back. Stick your bottom out a little bit. Heel pulling up. So we can hold this for 30 seconds. Good. That's perhaps about right. Other side. Good stuff. So you can pause this video. Hopefully you're going to remember all of these stretches to do. Write them down so you can do them yourself after your runs. Trust me, they're going to make you feel pretty good. I'm going to swap over just like we did. Let me face the other way just for a change of scene. Good. Pulling your toes up. Good. Keep the chest open. Head up. Draw in your tummy. Why not? Get a little bit of abdominals work all the time. It just controls that spine. Good. Swapping over. Brilliant. So if you pull your toes up, you should feel the sciatic nerve a little more. If you point and flex at the ankle, you can get a little bit more of a sciatic nerve stretch or mobilization. Good work. Lovely stuff. So I'm going to turn my back to you. Apologies. We're going to do the calf stretch. So sticking that heel out behind, keeping the toes pointing forwards. Good. Dropping the shoulders. Good. And just sinking down into it. So the first 30 seconds we're going to do is a straight leg calf stretch. The second 30 seconds is going to be a bent leg calf stretch to get the different parts of that calf. I've had people come in running marathons with Achilles problems, and all I've done is get them doing a few calf stretches and a few heel lifts on the step, heel raises. And it goes within weeks, the simple ones, and that's all you need to do. So it's always the best thing to start with. So bend that knee, sink that knee into it. This stretches your soleus muscle. Good work. Cool. So this might block in the front of the ankle. That's not uncommon. If you feel that happening and you need a little bit more help, that might be the time to see the physio. Or just gently push through and see what results you get. That block might give and the calf might start to stretch. Good stuff. So there you go. There's my little injury prevention workshop. A little bit of warm-up advice, a little bit of activation advice about your core muscles, and a little bit of stretching advice for after your run. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, just Kim Saha, and Facebook. And please subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, click like, because it really helps me to grow the channel, and leave me a little comment in the comment box, and hopefully I'll be able to get back to you.